Okay, here we are looking outside the front garden, down towards our gates and beyond, which is all our land, about 4 hectares in total. And the whole idea is just to show you what we've achieved in the last 3 years now since being here. First 2 years setting up the infrastructure, and now you can begin to see how by allowing things to do their own thing, we're getting more in the way of natural plant growth. These are acacias that have grown from seed from the surrounding trees, but also things we put in, nasturtiums, and these are all raised beds that I made, which we'll see in a second, as a result of our own compost. But the front garden is full of shrubs in the main, lavender there you can see, but we've got a lot of buddleias, and there we've got some hibiscus just there, all designed to bring in the pollinators, and which mainly for us is butterflies, which gives us a lot of joy, but the fragrance from the buddleias is incredible as well. It has a knock-on effect with all this insect to come into our vegetable growing space. So we'll have a look at that in a second, and here we go. A bed full of squashes, very abundant, all different types, butternuts, summer squash, courgettes, and here a good example, cucumbers. There you go, plenty of them. Now the whole idea of the channel is to show you that you can do exactly the same as us, but you don't have to go through the first 2 years of the process that we've just done, because we had just bare soil here. Look at these beetroots, multi-sown, celeriacs, and chard. So the idea is to show you how to do this, how to grow them, how to nurture them, look after them, keep the pests down. Cavallonera, black kale, fantastic. There's so many uses, and again we're going to show you what to do with these things. Quite a structural plant, lovely colours. Well, we think so. Part of the brassica family, and that extends beyond just the kales. We've got all different types of cabbages that we've grown. Savoys are one, and there they are. Some calabrese, some winter cabbage, some summer cabbage, some purple kohlrabi there. Look at those savoys. Just behind carrots. Come to those in a second. Kohlrabi, very productive, and again very healthy. We've had very little pest this year, and you can learn all this. It's so simple. Remember, the primary goal here is not to disturb the soil and feed it with our own compost, and we'll come to that in a second. The cantaloupe melon hiding underneath the leaves. You see him? There he is on the left. Tomatoes, over 60 kilos of tomatoes grown this year, all outside. And this is how we do it. We make our own compost. This is one method that we use, using the Daleks. So if you have limited space, this is a great option. It's all about scale, and obviously we have a lot more space than many, but we can use that space to show you how to do things. Look at that, after 6 to 8 weeks, the base of that is usable, the top obviously not, so I'm going to flip it using my trusty pitchfork into another Dalek, or I could have used the one that I took it off from. Flip it over, look at that full of cardboard. Look at that bacterial growth in the mould, and then the good stuff goes back on the top until I want to use it. We have another system, bigger scale, and that's the 3 bay system. We wire the pallets together, they're dead easy to take apart, so when we want to get access to them, that's all we've got to do. So I can just relocate that to the back. I can tie another one on, and then I can flip that over if I want to into the next bay and leave it to settle. But again, after 8 weeks, everything, look at how good that is. Perfectly usable, and I know what's in it. And going back to these, so palette colours, fill it with sawdust and straw, anything you want, hold the moisture, stop the weeds from growing, and then you can start adding the compost from your bays. And I will top this up in a second with some well-rotted 1-year-old green waste compost just to finish it off. But then it will be immediately available to plant straight into. And in this particular case, they were in the petunias that I showed you at the beginning. But you can put salad leaves in there if you wanted to. Nothing's stopping you. You can put anything you like. Totally organic, totally chemical free. Just remember, with no dig you will still get weeds because they'll come in from the surrounding areas. No dig is all about not disturbing the soil. But sometimes you have to. But again, we're going to teach you how to do this. It really is not difficult. Very easy to follow. And over the next few weeks, we're going to learn all that there is to know. Picking salad leaves, look. You pick them from the edge, and then they come back again. And then within a few days, so you can have salads all summer long. Baby onions. These were grown from sets. This year we're going to start a new thing. We're going to grow them from seed. And again, we're going to show you how to do it. And if you look, with sets you get scapes. You can eat them. The trouble with that is they don't help the onions store well over winter, because they're trying to produce a flower, and that's what sets are. And there you go, that's the result. Totally usable, but that's one we can store. But look at the harvest. Amazing. And if you look at the soil, it's holding the moisture. We're in a continental warm climate here, but this system works anywhere. It's all about learning how to do it and working with nature, increasing your biodiversity and getting harvests like this. Even garlic. 144 cloves went in, and we've got 140 bulbs like this. Various sizes, but all very healthy. They've all been braided now and they're stored in for winter. They were about full, even Jack was impressed. Carrots, you can grow them in compost. There's the proof. People say you can't because they'll fall. Nonsense, look at that. Homemade compost. One very nice carrot. And a few more. Obviously you get some deformed ones. Look at these melons, cantaloupe melons. And we grew honeydew melons as well. Such a wide variety. But I'm going to be showing you how you can germinate the seeds, choose the varieties, including these summer squashes here, and then once you've got them and you're picking them, what you can do with them. Do you want to deep fry the courgette flowers? Pay a fortune in a restaurant for that. Well, there you go. It's totally possible.